It was an unforeseen school year for teachers across KELOLAND. From online education to virtual graduations, staff had to expand their teaching abilities to new levels. In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, staff members explain what they learned from the experience.
Nearly 3 months before the last day of school, teachers and staff had to say goodbye to their students in the classrooms. They also had to change their day-to-day routines by educating all online or with take-home packets. This was all for the safety and health of everyone.
For me, it was really keeping people in the loop and then really being the encouraging person, because everybody's just super stressed about it. And so how do you keep people encouraged and staying positive at the same, while they're trying to navigate a whole new way of connecting to kids?
While online education was a challenge for teachers, students also struggled with the new way of learning. Some students were not heard from at all.
We'll really have to assess and see where kids are at, because, every parent, every family, every grandma, grandpa, everybody, they did their best, and every teacher, did their best to deliver the learning.
Rapid City area elementary schools allowed all students to pass. Middle schools were given a pass-fail option in classes, but all students passed on to the next grade. High schoolers were given nothing less than a D.
When you're a 6-year-old learning to read, that just won't look the same as it does at school. So we're just going to have to meet each kid where they are and recognize as grade level teams, what are the most really important things to get caught up on.
Third grade teacher Tina Johnson says teachers are aware that students might feel behind come fall.
The students that I had, they missed out on 2.5 months of regular school, a regular school day every single day. So we know that's probably going to be the case. I mean, anticipating, and my team and I have had some discussions on different ideas to try out or do when the school year resumes.
Teachers like Johnson and middle school teacher Shannon BREN say there have been some major takeaways from the new way of learning.
Never heard of Zoom before, so that was a new learning experience. I'd heard of Google Classroom but never did anything with it, so that was a learning experience. I never knew I could have a YouTube channel, so that was a learning experience. So
BREN has been teaching for 35 years and says her relationships with students and families have actually grown stronger during the pandemic.
Things got better. I consistently reached out to my kids every week. Monday I spent, making phone calls to half of them, and Tuesday to the other half, and just reaching out weekly to have conversations with kids, to have conversations with parents, was invaluable.
While plans for the fall are still tentative, the school staff I spoke with say they will feel more prepared than they were when the schools closed for the first time. With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Sydney Thorson.